off in the New York Stakes. Kitten's Queen broke very well. Selenite on the inside, Beauty Parlor, and on the far outside, Maximova came away running in 4th position. And then comes Riposte in between horses. Stephanie's Kitten is right up there too. Then it's a gap of another 2 back to Waltzing Matilda, who's saving all the ground going into that turn. Then we come back to Eastern Rose, White Rose and Eastern Bell at the back of the field early on. So the pacemaker here is Kitten's Queen, and a 24 and 2 opening quarter mile. Kitten's Queen will take them to the backstretch with a 2.5 length lead over Selenite in 2nd. Riposte follows in 3rd. Beauty Parlor 4th on the inside. Stephanie's Kitten is next. Waltzing Matilda between those two, 5 lengths off the lead. And then to the outside, it's Maximova. White Rose is down at the hedge and 6 lengths off the lead, and leading only Eastern Bell through a 49 and 3/2 miles. So they continue their long journey up the Belmont Park backstretch here, and Kitten's Queen and apprentice Eric Consell are leading the way. They're on top by 3/4 of a length over Selenite in 2nd. Riposte is 3rd to the outside. Beauty Parlor is down toward the hedge, and then it's Stephanie's Kitten to the outside. Waltzing Matilda between those two is only 4.5 lengths behind. Then it's Maximova, followed by White Rose and Eastern Bell. 3/4 of a mile in 1:14 and 2. Around the far turn, Kitten's Queen has led every step of the way, and Selenite is 2nd to the outside. Riposte comes up to them 3 wide. Stephanie's Kitten's on the far outside, and Waltzing Matilda is right there in contention behind a wall of horses, and now has running room, and they're at the top of the stretch. And here comes Waltzing Matilda now to the outside of Kitten's Queen. These two come to the 8th pole together. Gaining ground lead is Stephanie's Kitten, and Eastern Bell is finishing fast to the far outside. Waltzing Matilda to catch as they come down to the line. Waltzing Matilda's got it. Waltzing Matilda has won. And then it was Eastern Bell, Kitten's Queen, Stephanie's Kitten, and White Rose.
At 22-1, Waltzing Matilda, in her first start in the United States, gets the victory in the New York.
Turf racing is mostly about saving ground and patience, pace. She certainly saved ground in the first turn. Her jockey, Junior Alvarado, was very patient with her producer as they turned for home, and she simply outran the competition in the last quarter of a mile. No apparent excuses for Stephanie's Kitten. Had a perfect stalking trip. Beauty Parlor was saving all the ground, had a spot to run, just no kick.
Stephanie's Kitten just didn't have it today. That's all there is to it. I mean, she was 3 wide on the first turn, 3 to 4 wide around the second turn. So she did lose ground, but she had clear sailing the whole way. And from the top of the stretch home, Stephanie's Kitten had dead aim on the leaders. But you saw Waltzing Matilda just come up to her inside in those cheek pieces there. A couple of horses to the inside of Stephanie's Kitten there, and just plain out-finished her. And then the horse on the outside was flying up as well, Eastern Bell, trained by Graham Motion. So if Stephanie's Kitten had run the way we've seen Stephanie's Kitten run in the past, I think she probably wins. But give all the credit to Waltzing Matilda. Another example, Tom, of how the European turf horses tend to be just a cut above the ones in the United States.
Well, just to put it into perspective, this is only her 2nd career win. Now, she had placed in some group stakes, the highest class of races in Europe, but here is her 2nd career win, and it comes in a $300,000 race, the New York. And trained by Tommy Stack, the 69-year-old former jump jockey. The connections with a big celebration here after Waltzing Matilda pulls the upset. There might be a mutual ticket or two in the pockets of those gentlemen. They are all smiles.
And as Jerry pointed out, I mean, another factor here could very well be the medication issue. Running on the anti-bleeder medication Lasix for the very first time. That's a reason some horses from Europe are sent to the United States. You can't run on that in Europe. So if you have a horse that has a little bit of a problem with the internal bleeding that we described earlier, they bring them to the United States, and sometimes you see their form improve.
Yeah, you can see her coming back with a pony. She doesn't really want to be grabbed by the outrider. Typically in Europe, they don't have ponies. She warmed up without a pony. So she likes to do things her way, and that was a pretty good way today.
Yeah, she knew the way to the finish line, that's for sure. She did it her way. Easy to spot with those cheek pieces we've talked about. So had been racing in Ireland, one start in Britain at Ascot, but the rest of the races in Ireland without a whole lot of success until today. So Tommy Stack, the trainer, is not here, but his son Fozzie is here. We saw him celebrating a couple moments ago, and he can't wait to greet waltzing Matilda as she comes back to the winner's circle. All right, the celebration is on after a 22-1 shot wins the New York in her first United States start. Victor Espinoza, the man with a plan, goes for all the glory tomorrow in the Belmont Stakes, his third attempt